3 years back, I inherited this paradise from my grandma, complete with a sparkling lake, where I ride my jet ski every morning. That water, it's my freedom, my escape, until Samantha Harris, the self-crowned queen of Meadowbrook Estates HOA, called my rides a community violation. Fine me $500 for skipping across my own lake. Before we dive in, hit that like button to support this wild ride. Thanks for being awesome. It's 7 hours 30 a.m. on my ranch. The Texas sun's just rising, turning Lake Tranquil into a golden mirror. My jet ski, a slick red Yamaha, waits at my private dock, gleaming in the dawn light. I'm in board shorts, boots still dusty from yesterday's chores, holding my favorite coffee mug. Work hard, ride hard, chip but mine. Every morning, I fire up that jet ski, carve a wave across the lake, spray cool against my skin, wind whipping through my hair. It's my ritual, my slice of peace, on a lake my family's owned for 30 years. The ranch sits a solid 200 yards from Meadowbrook Estates, a fancy neighborhood, with their HOA and all its baggage. Never thought they'd give a hoot about my water until today. I'm mid-spin, water fanning out behind me, feeling alive when a shout hits sharp like a crack of thunder. You can't do that here. I ease off the throttle, coasting slow, and spot a woman storming toward my shoreline. She's late 30s, rocking a navy blazer at 7 hours a.m. Sensible flats sinking into the dewy grass. Her brown ponytail's pulled so tight, it's practically screaming. She's waving a clipboard, face redder than a barn in a sunset. I kill the engine, drift into my dock up. Ma'am, this is my lake, I call. Hand on the handlebars, still grinning. Private property, all mine. She plants herself at the water's edge, arms crossed, like she's the law around here. I'm Samantha Harris, president of Meadowbrook Estates Homeowners Association. She announces, voice drip in with self-importance, like she's declaring royalty. Your activities, they're a safety hazard, disrupting our community. I chuckle. Can't help it. The jet ski bobbing under me. Hazard? Lady, I'm 200 yards from your houses. Samantha, this lake's my ranch. Your HOA's got no power here. Her face flushes deeper, clashing with that blazer. Our safety regulations cover lake-adjacent properties. She snapping photos of me with her phone, like I'm some outlaw. Water activities like this require HOA approval, plain and simple. Lake-adjacent, I repeat, raising an eyebrow, leaning forward. Samantha, you're standing on my grass. Your neighborhood's way over there. I point to the beige houses, barely peeking through the trees. This lake's been ours since my grandma's time. She keeps clicking away, undeterred. We'll see about that, Mr. Scott, she says, voice cold as a winter creek. You'll be hearing from us soon. She spins on her heel, marching off, leaving wet footprints in my dirt, and me wondering what in tarnation just happened. I tie off the jet ski, towel off, shaking my head. I've dealt with picky clients, tight deadlines, but an HOA policing my lake? That's plumb loco. I figure Samantha's just having a rough morning, maybe a spat with her boss, or a midlife meltdown. Surely she ain't gonna find me for riding on my own water. That'd be crazier than a two-headed calf, right? I grab another coffee, settle into my home office, trying to focus on a logo design for an Austin brewery. But my eyes keep drifting out to the lake, half expecting Samantha to roll back with a sheriff's posse. The day crawls by. I sketch, grill a burger for lunch, even sneak an afternoon jet ski run. No HOA in sight. By evening, I'm done worrying, sipping a cold beer, watching the sunset paint the lake orange gold. My ranch is my kingdom. My work steady, and no HOA Karen's gonna ruin my groove. She's all bark, no bite. 3 days later, a yellow envelope in my mailbox proves I'm dead wrong. Friday afternoon, I'm back from a client meeting in town when I spot it sticking out like a rattler in the grass. Meadowbrook Estates HOA, stamped in bold black letters. My stomach flips, hoping it's an apology. Maybe Samantha admitting she lost her marbles. I tear it open, right there by the road, and see $500 blazing in big print. Violation notice and fine. The header hollers. Unauthorized water activities on your property. Violates Section 4.2. Lakefront safety standards. Creatine liability risks for the community. I read it 3 times, out loud, to the empty dirt road. Safety rules for my lake. The letter claims my jet skiing, threatens Meadowbrook's peace, demands payment in 30 days or legal action. Samantha's signature, scrawled at the bottom, like she's signing a royal edict. I pull out my phone, open a map app, zoom in on my ranch. Clear as a bell. My 25 acres, my lake, 200 yards from their nearest house. I screenshot it, text my brother Steve, a lawyer down in Austin. Can an HOA find me for jet skiing on my lake? I attach the notice. Steve calls Logan hard. Patrick, what did you do to rile up these folks? Rode my jet ski, like every darn morning, I say. Now, it's a $500 crime. He quiets down as I read him the notice, word for word. Hell no, he says, voice firm. That's your land, your lake. They've got zero authority. Either she's clueless or she's trying to strong-arm you. You don't owe him a dime. I decide to pay Samantha a visit, armed with Steve's words and my map. The HOA office, a sorry little room, in a strip mall, squats between a vape shop and a dry cleaner. Cheap wood paneling buzzing fluorescent lights, a community pride poster peeling off the wall. Samantha's behind a desk, in another blazer, looking like she's playing CO in a low-budget flick. Mr. Scott, she says, not standing, no handshake offered. Hear about your fine? You bet, I say, sit in a wobbly plastic chair. Got one question. What makes you think your HOA's got power over my private ranch? She shuffles papers, dodging my gaze. It's about community impact, she says, vague as fog. Activities on adjacent properties affect our safety, our property values. We've got a duty to enforce standards. I flash my phone, showing the map. Here's my lake, my fence. Here's your neighborhood, 200 yards away. That gap? That's private property, where your rules don't reach. Her face goes red, jaw clenching tight. You're being uncooperative. Mr. Scott, she snaps, voice sharp. Since you're making this difficult, the fine's now $750. I blink, letting that sink in. You're bumping it to $750, just for a skin a question. She nods, smug as a cat with a mouse. Payment's due in 30 days, or will escalate. I stand, pocketing my phone, heading for the door. Good luck with that, I say, cool as a breeze. Might want to brush up on property law before you send more of those. Driving home, I'm half stunned, half pumped. Samantha ain't confused. She's high on control. She think her fancy letterhead, her blazer, can scare me into paying for a ride on my own jet ski. She's picked the wrong Texan. Grandma didn't raise no quitter, and I'm just warming up. The Texas sun beats down on my ranch, dust kicking up where my jet ski's wake still lingers, on Lake Tranquil's glassy surface. My horses, Buck and Star, graze lazy in the pasture, but my blood's simmering from Samantha Harris's $750 fine for riding on my lake. I'm parked in my truck. Grandma's old property deed spread across the dash, proving my 25 acres and every drop of this lake belong to me. Samantha's Meadowbrook Estates, HOA, thinks they can police my water 200 yards from their beige kingdom. Her pink violation notice sits crumpled on the seat, but I ain't paying a dime. Steve's legal advice and a hunch about HOA overreach got me digging. Samantha's not just a control freak. She's hiding something, and I'm about to stir her hornet's nest. I had Tom Wilson's place, a neighbor who's got cold beer, and a beef with the HOA over a couple of Lone Stars in his barn. I show him the fine. Tom, they're charging me $750 for jet skiing my own lake, I say, sliding the notice across his workbench. Tom's eyes bug out. Then he laughs, slapping his knee. Patrick, that's Samantha Harris. She fined me $200 last year for my mailbox being too rustic. What's your play? I sip my beer, mind racing. I'm thinking, call her bluff. Steve says they got no legal ground, but I want to know why she's so obsessed with my lake. Tom leans in, voice low. She's tight with the mayor, Probably pushing some agenda. Talked to Clara Chun, down the road. Her sister got fined for unapproved curtains. Clara's got dirt on Samantha's tricks. I drive to Clara's a tidy ranch house with a garden that somehow dodged Samantha's wrath. She's wary, glancing at Meadowbrook's houses across the field. Patrick, I got something, she whispers, handing me a faded folder. My sister found it in the county archives. Meadowbrook's using a strip of your land as their overflow parking lot. No lease, no permission. I flip through the papers, jaw dropping. A 1995 survey shows my property line cutting through Meadowbrook's gravel lot, where their residents park fancy SUVs. They're squatting on my land. Clara nods, nervous. Samantha's granddaddy. He built that lot back in the 90s. Never got a deed. They act like it's theirs, but it ain't. My engineers get twists. This ain't just about my jet ski. Samantha's HOA is stealing my dirt and finning me to keep me quiet. Next morning, I'm out by the lake, turning my jet ski, when I spot tire tracks cutting through my grass near the fence. Not mine. Too narrow, like a golf cart. I follow him to where my property meets Meadowbrook's lot. There's a gap in the fence, just wide enough for someone to slip through. My blood heats. Samantha's been snooping. I call Steve, who's all business. Tire tracks? Get proof, he says. Photos, measurements. If they're trespassing, we'll bury him. I grab my phone, snapping pics of the tracks, the fence gap, and a Meadowbrook Estate sign bolted to my post. Clara stops by, phone out, streaming live. Y'all, Patrick's found HOA tire marks on his ranch. She says her feed hitting 10,000 views. Clara, you're a genius, I say, grinning. Let's make this public. She winks. Already am. 20,000 views. That afternoon, a new pink flyer taped to my mailbox. Emergency HOA meeting addressing community disruptions. It calls my jet skiing a nuisance, claiming it's tanking property values. I ain't even in their HOA, but Samantha's painting me as the bad guy. I call Tom, who's seen it. She's rattled. He says, try to turn the residents before you push back. You going? Damn right. I say, crumpling the flyer. Time she learns. I don't scare easy. The HOA meetings at their community center, a bland beige box on a corner lot that's partly my land. 30 residents, clutching coffee cups, whispering as I walk in. Samantha's at a podium, in a coral blazer, banging a gavel like she's running a courtroom. Her assistant, a twitchy guy named Greg, hands out agendas. Clara's in the back, streaming. 50,000 views. Let's go. Samantha starts, voice smooth but sharp. Our community's under threat from outsiders like Patrick Scott. His reckless jet skiing, it's a safety risk hooding our home values. We've issued fines to protect Meadowbrook Estates. I stand, heart-pounding deed in hand. Can I speak? Ms. Harris. Her eyes narrow, like a hawk spots in prey. You're not a member. Sit down. I hold up the deed, slow, deliberate. Maybe not, but I own the lake and part of your parking lot where you're standing. You fine me $750 for riding on my water. Care to explain why you're using my land without a lease? The room gasps. Coffee cups freeze mid-sip. Clara's phone shakes. 100,000 views. Samantha's face tightens, but she recovers. Those claims are nonsense. Mr. Scott, this lot's HOA property, paid for by our dues. Mrs. Larson, retiree fined for wrong flower stands. Samantha, you sent fines to his ranch for his own lake. That ain't right. Mr. Patel, hit with a $300 fee for unapproved shutters, jumps in. And why's my dues? Paying for your new SUV. While we get fined, Greg stammers. It's budgeted, but someone shouts. Hush, Greg. The room chuckles, and he slinks back. Samantha bangs her gavel. Order. Mr. Scott's accusations are baseless. We'll handle this legally. I smile, calm as a summer breeze. Legally? Like getting a permit to use my land, which you didn't, or notifying the owner, me, which you skipped. The crowd murmurs, eyes shifting to Samantha. Clara's stream hits 200,000 views. She's losing control. That night, My trail cams catch movement, a figure in a hoodie, near my jet ski dock. I check the footage, heart racing. It's Greg, Samantha's assistant. Spray, painted stop now on my dock. I save the clip, grinning cold. Gotcha. I call Tom. Who's up? Send me that video, he says. We'll ID him. Samantha's spooked. She's getting sloppy. Next day, Clara's at my gate, buzzing. Streams at 300,000 Patrick. Heard Samantha's meeting the mayor tonight at the community center on your land. Think I'll swing by, I say, wheels tunning. Tom preps me, pulling Grandma's old survey maps from a dusty box. Your grandma marked every inch, he says. That parking lot's half yours. HOA uses it. No contract. You shut that down, they're stuck. I head to the community center, deed and survey in hand, Clara trailing, streaming live. Samantha's inside with Mayor Daniels, a slick fella in a BOLO tie, and Greg, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. I knock, loud like I own the place. Samantha opens the door, her smile gone. Mr. Scott, this is private. Not on my land, I say, holding up the survey. Nice park lot. How much you paying to use it? Daniels laughs, nervous. Now, son, let's talk this out. Samantha cuts him off. Your documents are fake. Scott, we're verifying. Verify away, I say, stepping closer. You find me. For my lake, no authority. Now you're parking on my dirt. No lease. That's illegal, and I got proof. Greg drops his clipboard. Daniel sweats. Samantha's eyes dart to Clara's phone. Stop filming, she snaps. Clara grins. 400,000 views. Keep talking. Samantha slams the door, but I hear her hiss to Daniels. Fix this, or we're done. Driving back, my phone pings. A text, unknown number. Back off, or your jet skis toast. Might get twists. I forward it to Tom, who's calm but firm. They're scared, that's good. But we need more. Hard evidence. Clara's stream hits 500,000 by morning. Neighbors stop by, some with coffee, others with apologies. Mrs. Larson offers to watch my horses if trouble comes. I'm grateful, but that threat's real. Samantha's playing dirty, and I'm ready to play smarter. That afternoon, Tom finds a gold mine in Grandma's box. A 1992 letter from the county confirming my ownership of the parking lot strip. I'm floored. I own their parking spaces. Half of them, Tom says. They built it thinking it was public land. You control access, they're screwed without it. I'm holding the letter, feeling Grandma's grit in my bones. Samantha thought she was queen, but she's about to meet the real boss of Lake Tranquil. The Texas dusk settles over my ranch, the air thick with heat and the sting of Samantha Harris's threat. Back off, or your jet skis toast. My horses, Buck and Star, snore in the pasture. Safe for now, but my nerves are raw. I'm camped in my truck. Grandma's 1992 deed, proving I own Lake Tranquil and half of Meadowbrook Estate's parking lot, tucked beside me. Clara's live stream, now at 500,000 views, has footage of Samantha's assistant Greg spray painting my dock, and it's got the town buzzing. Tom's got my back, digging up dirt, while Clara's county records show the HOA's been squatting on my land for years. Samantha's still out there, her pink flyers branding me a nuisance. She's desperate, and I'm about to park my truck right in her empire's heart. I'm sipping coffee at dawn, my work hard, ride hard mug steady, when Tom pulls up, his truck kicking up dust. Patrick, we got her, he says, tossing a folder on my tailgate. Found this in your grandma's box, a 1993 easement. Letting the HOA use your parking strip, but it's revocable by the landowner. I scan the faded paper, heart racing. So, I can pull their access to my land. Damn right, Tom says, grinning. Their lot's half yours. No lease, no rights. You block it, their residents can't park. I nod, but that threat's weighing heavy. I show Tom a text. His jaw tightens. She's crossing lines. That's criminal. We need her to slip. Admit something. Clara swings by, phone buzzing. Patrick streams at 600,000. Got clear shots of Greg painting your dock, wearing an HOA cap. I watch the clip, my blood heat in. Greg smirk As he tags stop now. Clear as day. Can we nail him? I ask. Working on it, Clara says. Posted it online. 100,000 views already. Someone will talk. Tom nods, fierce. Hold off confronting her. Let her think she's safe. She'll get cocky. I call Ellie, the county clerk, who's snooping on Samantha's ties. Patrick, Mayor Daniels is dirty, she says, voice low. Found emails. He's pushing Samantha's plan to expand Meadowbrook's amenities using your lakefront for a $200,000 developer deal. So my jet ski was in their way? I say, gripping the phone. Yup, Ellie says. But she's got no legal claim to your lake or that parking lot. You've got him pinned. That afternoon, I'm checking my jet ski when I hear a crunch near my fence. Not tires, footsteps. I creep over, spotting a woman, late 40s, snapping pics of my lake from my side of the fence. She's got a Meadowbrook HOA badge pinned to her cardigan. Hey, I shout, jogging over. You're on my land. She freezes, then bolts, dropping a notebook. I snatch it, flipping through. It's labeled Lake Surveillance Log, with dates, times, notes on my jet ski runs. Scott Road at 6:45 a.m. Excessive noise. My fists clench. Samantha's spying, like I'm a damn criminal. I call Clara, who's fired up. That's Linda Peterson, she says. Samantha's lapdog. Find me $150 for wrong patio lights. Streams at 700,000. Show that notebook. I hold it up. Clara's feed hitting 800,000. Y'all, HOA's stalking my lake. I say, flipping pages. This ain't community safety. It's harassment. Tom's got a plan. Bold as a bull. We block their parking lot, he says, in his barn, tools strewn. Park your truck across your strip. They can't move it. It's her land. Force Samantha to show her hand. I swallow hard. That'll piss off the whole neighborhood. Good, Tom says. They'll turn on her when they can't park. Clara's stream will make it viral. I nod, feeling Grandma's grit. Let's do it. But we need proof. She sent Linda. Clara's all in. I'll stream the blockade. 1 million views guaranteed. Next morning, I drive my F-250 to the edge of Meadowbrook's lot, where my property line cuts through. I park it dead center, blocking half their spaces. The lot's packed. SUVs jammed tight. I nail a sign to my truck. Private property. No HOA parking. Claire's streaming. 900,000 views. Patrick's talking his land back. Residents trickle out, staring. A guy in a polo yells, "Move your damn truck. It's on my land." I say, holding up the deed. Talk to Samantha. She's the one squatting dot. Clara's feed hits 1 million. Comments flooding in. Samantha's toast. Get him, Patrick. By noon, the lot's chaos. Cars circling, no place to park. Mrs. Larson stops by with coffee. Patrick, you're stirring a hornet's nest, but I'm with you. Samantha, find my grandkid for riding his bike. Mr. Patel pulls up, nodding. She's bleeding U.S. dry with fees. Show him that deed. That evening, Samantha's pink flyer hits every mailbox, calling my truck a community disruption. She demands I move it or face a $1,000 fine. I laugh, cold, and head to the next HOA meeting, deed survey, and Claire's footage in hand. The community center's packed. 50 residents, tension thick as molasses. Samantha's at the podium, in a teal blazer, banging her gavel, like she's still queen. Greg's beside her, sweating through his shirt. Claire's streaming. 1,200,000 views. Let's roll. Samantha starts, voice sharp as attack. Our community's under attack from outsiders like Patrick Scott. His jet skiing, his truck, they're ruining our peace, our property values. We find him to protect Meadowbrook Estates. I stand, wired up, deed raised. Mind if I speak? Ms. Harris. Her eyes slit. You're not a member. Sit down. I hold up the survey slow. Maybe not, but I own half this park a lot and my lake. You find me $750 for riding my jet ski on my water. Now you're using my land. No lease. That's theft, and I've got proof. The room erupts, voices clashing. Claire's phone shakes. 1,500,000 views. Mrs. Larson stands, voice firm. Samantha, you sent spies to his ranch. Find him for his lake. Explain that. Mr. Patel waves a fine notice. And why's my dues? Paying for your fancy trips, while we get slammed with fees. Samantha bangs her gavel. Order. These claims are lies, meant to sabotage us. I step forward calm but hard. Lies? I've got county surveys video of Greg trashing my dock. Linda's spy log. Want to see? I plug my phone into their projector. Clara's footage rolls. The crowd gasps as Greg sprays stop now. His HOA cap clear. That's Greg, someone yells. He's Samantha's guy. Samantha's face goes red, then pale. That's doctored, she sputters. Greg mumbles. It's under review, but the room's tenant. Residents shout. Resign. Crook. Then my phone buzzes, my security app pings in. Cameras show a figure, near my jet ski, pouring something on the engine. My heart stops. My ranch. I yell, sprinting for the door. Tom grabs my arm. Go. I'll hold here. I speed home, breaking every limit, smelling gas before I see it. My jet ski's dock, soaked in fuel, a lighter on the ground but no flames. I hose it down, choking on fumes. Buck whinnies, but the horses are safe. Clara pulls up, streaming eyes wide. 1,800,000 views. They try to torch his jet ski, y'all. Mrs. Larson rushes over with a bucket. Saw a woman, hoodie, running toward Meadowbrook, she says breathless. I check the cams, catching a blurry figure, pouring gas, same HOA badge as Linda. My fists clench. Samantha. Tom calls, voice urgent. Patrick, you okay? Meeting's a mess. Residents want Samantha gone. Got her ran on tape. She said your jet ski ruins her lakefront plans. Good, I say, staring at the soaked dock. She's going down. Next morning, Clara's stream hits 2 million. Neighbors flood my ranch, bringing coffee, tools, off-airing to fix the dock. Mr. Patel hugs me. We're with you, Patrick. Ellie calls, voice electric. FBI's sniffing around, found $80,000 missing from HOA funds, tied to Samantha's accounts, labeled consultant fees. I'm ready to sue, but Tom's got a bigger play. We go federal, he says. Fraud, vandalism, developer kickbacks. She's not just losing the HOA, she's looking at jail. That afternoon, my cams catch a guy in a suit, tapping a notice to my gate. Samantha's lawyer, claiming my deeds disputed, demanding I move my truck. I laugh hard. She's clutching at straws. Clara's streaming it. 2,500,000 views. She's suing him now. I call Tom, who's unfazed. Let her try. She's got no case. We counter trespassing, fraud, attempted arson. She's digging her own grave. That night, I'm in my truck, staring at the lake. Grandma's deed. Clara's survey on the dash. Samantha thought she could bully me, trash my jet ski, but she's about to learn what a Texas rancher does when you mess with his water. The Texas night wraps my ranch, the air thick, the faint whiff of gasoline still clinging to my jet ski dock from Samantha Harris's dirty play. My horses, Buck and Star, graze quiet, but my pulse is racing from her threat. Back off, or your jet ski's toast. I'm in my truck. Grandma's 1992 deed proving I own Lake Tranquil and half of Meadowbrook's parking lot beside me. Clara's live stream, hitting 3 million views, has Greg's dock vandalism and a shadowy figure pouring gas. Tom's my rock. Ellie's records show the HOA's been stealing my land for years. Samantha's spiraling, her pink flyers call my truck blockade a community crime. She's desperate, and I'm about to fence off her kingdom for good. I'm sipping coffee at dawn, my work hard, ride hard mug steady, when Tom pulls up, grinning like a fox. Patrick, we've got gold, he says, tossing a folder on my tailgate. Found this in your grandma's files, a fake survey. Samantha sent to the bank, claiming your parking strips HOA land to secure a $400,000 loan for a fancy Meadowbrook gate. I flipped through it, jaw-dropping. The survey's a forgery, my land marked as Meadowbrook Commons. Another page shows $100,000 in HOA dues funneled to Samantha's account, labeled project fees. She's lying to banks? I say, voice hard. Stealing. To build her dream gate? Tom nods, fierce. And Finn and you, to keep you quiet. We've got Greg's footage. This survey. Time to lock her out. Clara swings by, phone buzzing. Patrick streams at 3,500,000. Residents are raging. Want Samantha gone. Post that survey. I shake my head. Not yet. Let's fence her in first. I call Ellie, who's digging deep. Patrick. Samantha's loan's tied to Mayor Daniels. She says he's getting $150,000 cut if Meadowbrook builds that gate on your land. So my jet ski was ruining their scam? I ask, phone tied in my hand. Spot on, Ellie says. But your deed's ironclad. They've got no claim. That afternoon, I'm checking my truck, still blocking their lot, when a pickup roars up. Not Samantha, a guy named Carl, in a Meadowbrook HOA vest, handed me a notice, $2,000 fine for obstructing community access. I laugh cold. Access to my land? Tell Samantha to pay rent first. Carl shrugs. Just doing my job. I snap a pic. Claire's streaming. For a million views, they're finning him again. Tom's our new play. Wild as a Mustang. We fence your land, he says, in his barn, hammer in hand. Erect a legal barrier across your parking strip. They can't park, can't build. Samantha'll crack. I grin. That'll jam their whole neighborhood. Exactly, Tom says. Residents will turn when they're walking a mile to their cars. Clara's pumped. I'll stream the fence. 5 million views, easy. Next morning, I hire a crew to build a cedar fence right along my property line, splits in Meadowbrook's lot. By noon, it's up, 8 feet tall, blocking 20 parking spaces. I bold a sign. Scott Ranch property. No HOA access. Clara's streaming. 4,500,000 views. Patrick's fencing him out. Residents swarm, furious. A woman in yoga pants yells, "My kids can't get to school. It's my land," I say, holding the deed. Samantha's been using it free. Talk to her. Clara's feed hits 5 million. Comments exploding. Samantha's done. Patrick's a hero. By evening, the lot's a circus. Cars parked on lawns, honking gridlock. Mrs. Larson stops by with lemonade. Patrick, you're shaking things up, but I'm routine for you. Samantha fined my dog for barking. Mr. Patel nods. She's a thief. Show that survey. That night, my cams catch a truck, ramming my fence, splinters flying. I check the footage, heart racing. It's Linda Peterson, Samantha's spy, behind the wheel, an HOA logo on the door. I save it, grinning. Got you. I call Tom. Who's up? Send that clip, he says. Linda's cracking. We'll break Samantha next. Next day, Clara's at my gate. Hyped. Streams at 6 million. Heard Samantha's calling an emergency meeting to save the lot. Want to crash it? Bet your boots, I say, planning. Tom preps me, pulling a 1990 county letter confirming my land's never been HOA property. You lock that gate. Near the lake, he says, their lot's cut off, total chaos. I head to the community center, deed, survey, footage ready. Claire streaming. 6,500,000 views. Samantha's at the podium, in a gray blazer with Mayor Daniels and Greg, looking sick. I walk in, holding the fake survey like a grenade. Samantha spots me, face tight. Mr. Scott, this is private. Not when you're stealing my land, I say, waving the survey. Nice loan for a gate on my lot. Daniels coughs. Let's discuss calmly. Samantha snaps. That's fake. Scott, we're suing you. Sue away, I say, plug in my phone into their screen. Let's watch. Linda ram in my fence on your orders. The footage plays, gasps fill the room. Linda's truck smashing my cedar. HOA logo clear. That's Linda, someone shouts. Samantha's crony. Samantha stammers. It's not what it looks like. Greg mutters. I didn't know, but the crowd's didn't. Residents yell. Resign. Thief. Clara's stream hits 7 million. Then Linda stands shaken. I'm sorry, y'all, she says, voice cracking. Samantha told me to wreck his fence, said it'd save our lot. I didn't know it was his land. The room erupts. Samantha's face goes white. Claire's drone, circling outside, catches a truck, dumping gravel on my fence line, an HOA worker at the wheel. 8 million views. They're wrecking his land. I sprint out, finned in the driver, a kid named Mike. Samantha paid me $500, he mumbles, to bury your fence. I call Ellie, who's livid. That's vandalism. I'm sending a county inspector now. Inspector Lee arrives, checking my deed, survey fence line. This is your land, he says, loud enough for Claire's drone. No HOA rights, no permits for gravel. Samantha's in deep. Samantha storms out, screaming, "This is my community." Lee shakes his head. "Ma'am, you're on private property, breaking laws. Back off." Clara's stream hits 9 million. Neighbors cheering. Mrs. Larson hugs me. "You gotcha, Patricky." Tom calls. Meetings imploding. Residents want Samantha out. Linda Spillin says Samantha forged that survey. I grin. We're closing this. Next morning, Clara's stream hits 10 million. Neighbors bring tools. Help in fix my fence. Ellie calls. FBI's got Daniels. $600,000 in bribes. Samantha's cut was $200,000. She's fast in fraud, forgery, vandalism. I'm suing Samantha, the HOA, Daniels for harassment, land theft, damages. A skin $150,000. Tom says they'll fold. That afternoon, I lock the lakefront gate, cutting Meadowbrook's lot access. Cars pile up. Residents walking miles. Clara streams. 11 million. Patrick's gate's a legend. Samantha's lawyer sends a desperate letter, claiming my fence is illegal. I laugh, nail it to my gate for Clara's drone. That night, I'm in my truck, staring at the lake. Grandma's deed, Clara's survey beside me. Samantha thought she could find me, wreck my land, steal my lot, but she's about to see what a Texan does with a fence and a town behind him. The Texas dawn breaks over my ranch, the air crisp. Lake Tranquil churning like a mirror. My horses, Buck and Star, graze free, their hooves soft on the grass, while my jet ski sits proud of the dock, untouched since Samantha Harris's gas-soaked stunt. My cedar fence, now 8 feet tall, slices through Meadowbrook Estates parking lot, a bold line claiming my land. Clara's live stream, at 11 million views, has Linda Peterson's confession and footage of Samantha's hired truck, dumping gravel to bury my fence. Tom's my strategist. Ellie's county records prove the HOA's been stealing my dirt for decades. Samantha's in deep, fast in fraud, forgery, vandalism. Her pink flyers, now just litter in the wind. I'm bid in to own the lot outright and turning her empire into my victory lap. I'm sipping coffee in my work hard, ride hard mug warm when Tom pulls up, his truck rumbling. "Patrick, auctions today," he says, tossing a county notice on my tailgate. "Your strip's up for grabs, starts at $80,000. Lawsuit's locked in for $150,000. But we need cash now." I nod, heart thumping. Mrs. Larson gave $20,000. Mr. Patel's in for $15,000. Got $60,000 saved? We're close. Tom grins, fierce. Close enough. Buy that lot. And Samantha's gate dream's dead. Clara swings by, phone buzzing. Patrick streams at 12 million. Residents are counting at Scott's lot already. Want to go live from the auction? I laugh, nerves tight. Oh yeah, let's show 'em. We're ending this. The county courthouse, a weathered brick fortress, is packed. Neighbors, reporters, developers circling like buzzards. Mayor Daniels, Samantha's crooked pal, slinks in, his BOLO tie crooked. Claire's streaming. 13 million views. This is epic. The auctioneer, a lean man in a Stetson, kicks off. Meadowbrook lot rights, starting at 80,000. I raise my hand, voice steady. 80. Daniels counters. 90. The crowd murmurs, heads turn in. I glance at Tom, who nods. 100. I call. My savings on the line. Daniels hesitates, sweat beading. Clara whispers. He's broke. Developers bailed after the FBI sniffed him. I grit my teeth. thinking of my fence's splinters. Grundmausdate. 110. I say, heart hammering. The room's silent. Daniel slumps out. The auctioneer bangs his gavel. Sold to Patrick Scott for $110,000. The crowd erupts, neighbors cheering. Clara's phone shakes. 15 million views, he owns the lot. Outside, Tom claps my shoulder. You did it, Patrick. Samantha's gate. Her HOA, it's over. Daniels corners me. Voice low. You'll pay for this. Scott, this town's mine. I smile calm. Not my lot, not my lake. Good luck, Mayor. That night, my ranch is alive. A barbecue with 60 neighbors. Tables set where my fence meets the lot. Mrs. Larson grills ribs. Mr. Patel brings samosas. Kids race in the grass. Claire's streaming. 17 million views. This is justice, y'all. Mrs. Albright, the new HOA chair, raises a glass. To Patrick, for Savon Meadowbrook. No more tyrants. No more fake fines. I stand mug in hand. I ain't closing the lot or the lake. Y'all can park, use the shore, if you respect my land. But the HOA's paying rent, $1,500 a month, legal and fair. Cheers rise, some laugh, others nod. The HOA signs the lease, no fight left. Next morning, Ellie calls Voice Electric. FBI's got Daniels, found $700,000 in offshore accounts. Samantha's cut was $200,000. She's testifying against him, try to cut her sentence. Will it stick? I ask, lean on my truck. With your evidence, Claire's footage, Linda's confession, ironclad, Ellie says. She's looking at 7 years. Tom's lawsuit moves fast, court date set. I'm suing Samantha, the HOA, Daniels for harassment, vandalism, land theft. We're skin $150,000 for my fence, jet ski dock, plus damages. The hearings at the courthouse. Judge Carter, a no-nonsense Texan, president. Samantha's there, in a plain sweater, no blazer, no smirk. Her lawyer, a shaky kid, fumbles papers. I'm with Tom, Clara coaching, representing myself. The truth's clear. Samantha fined me for my lake. No authority sent Linda to spy, Greg to vandalize, and hired a truck to wreck my fence. I present Grandma's deed, surveys, tax records, proving I own the lot, the lake. Clara's footage rolls. Greg spraying my dock. Linda ramming my fence. Samantha's fake survey emailed to the bank. Tom's wire plays. Her ranting about her gate. My jet ski ruining her plans. The USB's emails bury her, plot in with Daniels, stealing HOA funds. Judge Carter leans forward, eyeing Samantha. Ms. Harris, did you verify Mr. Scott's ownership before issuing fines? Her lawyer stammers, but Samantha's quiet, face pale. Finally, she mutters, No, Your Honor. It was for the community. Carter's eyes narrow. For the community, to forge surveys, trespass, vandalize private property? Samantha doubles down, voice rising. I was protecting Meadowbrook, his jet ski, that lot. They were ruining our values. Her lawyer hushes her, but she's unraveling. I deserve that gate, that money. Carter's gavel slams. Enough. Ms. Harris, your actions were illegal, malicious, and criminal. The ruling's swift. Samantha's liable for $150,000. Cover my fence, dock, distress. The HOA's fined $30,000 for fund misuse. Carter refers her case to the DA for fraud, forgery, vandalism. Daniels is named a co-conspirator. His trial's next. As Samantha's let out, she glares. This ain't over. Scott, I nod cool. It was over when you find me. Samantha. Clara streams the verdict. 20 million views, justice served. 6 months later, I'm on my lot. A new gate gleaming, stretching across my parking strip. The lake's mine, bought clean. I'm sipping coffee, same chipped mug, watching kids fish from my dock. Free for neighbors who respect the land. The HOA's lease pays $1,500 monthly, funding a ranch market selling local produce like Grandma dreamed. Samantha's serving 8 years. Her house sold to pay my judgment. Daniels is indicted. His career dust. The HOA's reborn, resident run. No more gate nonsense. Meadowbrook's thriven. Home values up, without Samantha's grip. Tom stops by, holding a letter. From estate, he says, they're probing HOA scams statewide. Thanks to your case. You're a legend, Patrick. I laugh, shaking my head. Just a guy who wanted his lake back. Clara's final stream. A year later, hits 25 million. It's me, standing on my lot, lake sparkling. This is Scott's land, she says, panning the water. Truth won. I walk to the gate, touching steel. Grandma's deed in my pocket. Clara's 1988 memo about the HOA's quiet usage led to my final play. I locked the lakefront gate, cut a Meadowbrook's old access, exposing their illegal gravel dump, proof of Harold Harris's land grab. The county declared a violation. Cleanup's done. My lot rights untouched. Meadowbrook's gate plan collapsed. Their grand entrance now a dead dream. I banned their HOA from my land. Their $400,000 loan defaulted. The cleanup cost them, but neighbors fund it, united for a fair deal. A call comes, a lawyer from Lubbock. Mr. Scott, our HOA's finning folks, hiding lot disputes like yours. Can you help? I look at my lake, my lot, and grin. Name the time. Some fights are bigger than one ranch, one lake. Samantha taught me, bullies only fold when you stand tall. Tom's my brain. Claire's my voice. Neighbor's my army. We toppled an HOA tyrant, and we'll do it again. If you're fast in your own Samantha, don't back down. Find your Tom, your Clara, your proof. Drop a red heart if you believe every lake, every lot deserves defending. I'm Patrick Scott, from a ranch that sparked a reckoning. Thanks for riding along, and let's keep fighting the good fight.